So, here we are. We are going through some strange times. Lots been going on in everybody's life. Lots been going on in the world. And what better way to escape the reality by listening to music? But I don't have music, nor do you want me to hear me sing. So we're going to read some literature. The great things about stories is they can take you places you've never been. They might mean something different to all of you. And I'm going to pick a very famous author to read to you today. His name is Dr. Seuss. And the story is called The Sneetches. Are you ready, kids? Okay. Maybe you can learn something from this. Maybe it will mean something to you. So, it goes like this. Now the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain-belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars, let me turn this here so you can see, those stars, they were really so small. You might not think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag, "We're the best kind of Sneetches on all the beaches." With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort, "We'll have nothing to do with the plain-bellied sort." And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd walk right on past them without even talking. When the star-belly children were out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if you had bellies with stars, and the plain belly children had none upon theirs. When the star-belly Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain-belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near. And that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day, it seems, while the plain-belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fixer-up chappie. I've come here to help you, and I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work with great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like star-belly Sneetches? My friends, you can have them for $3 eaches. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared, and it clunked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it bopped them about, but the thing really worked. When the plain-belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the others who had stars at the start, "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all the same now, you snooty old smarties, and now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief!" groaned the ones who had stars at the first. "We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know," they all frowned, "if which kind is what, or the other way round?" They're not very nice now, are they? Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who? That's perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches." Guy's making some cash. "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like sneetches who have stars upon theirs." And that handy machine worked very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then, with snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. "We know who is who, there is no doubt. The best kind of sneetches are sneetches without." Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guess, things got really into a horrible mess. They're not going to be able to tell anything. All the rest of the day on those wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and bowed again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the starbelly knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went, and he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn. Nope, you can't teach a sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong, I'm quite happy to say, that the sneetches got really quite smart on that day. That day, they decided the sneetches are sneetches, and no kind of sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs. Dr. Seuss, ladies and gentlemen, highly recommend him.